Day, ugh. Day 482, day rating the 6. Had a decent day. Got up at 5:15 to walk the pup. Got on the run. Met up with my friend. We actually went to a little different park, which was nice. It was a park that they used to go to when they were in college. And I've been to the park before, but just never started at that place, so I needed the address. But I've started. It's kind of a just this long path, and you go over a bunch of overpasses and underpasses for crossing the street, and so you can go a few miles before you ever have to cross the road or wait for a red light, kind of a thing. So yeah, we just got on this trail. We went about 2.5 miles out, 2.5 back, and that one we did 5.2 miles at 8:54 pace, total of 46 minutes 20 seconds. So it was a little bit over what I was aiming for, but it was more of just a casual pace to catch up with a friend. And then at what was it, 2:30, 3 o'clock, my buddy Jason had texted me again, and he said, "Hey, are you gonna go to the group run tonight?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, maybe. What time is it?" And he's like, 7:30. And I'm just thinking, like, oh, a bunch of vampires. Like, why don't they want to run in the sun? But it was warm. I think it was 1:13 when I left work at 5 o'clock. So it doesn't drop more than a few degrees until the sun goes down. So it kind of makes sense. So we went, and I was debating on that because I already ran this morning, and I'm trying to just stick to the base phase. And I think it was just the group run that got me. I miss being in that group setting and running with people and chatting socially before and after. So I'm glad I went. I'll see how my legs feel tomorrow. But that's a total over 10.5 miles today. The second run was 5.37 miles. And it was a little bit of a tempo. They call it a tempo run. So it's about a mile warm up. I think we actually did a 1.65, 1.7 as a warm up. And then the first mile was 7:37, so it's a decent pace. And then let's see, the next mile was 6:55, 6:41, 6:40, 6:24. But that wasn't a full mile. That was just the pace. So yeah, it was definitely a quicker run. It felt nice to get the legs going again, and just to almost sit behind. I wouldn't say draft. I don't think we were going fast enough to really utilize drafting, but just mentally to draft. Just to sit behind someone and say, like, okay, I'm keeping this distance from someone, but think of it this way. So I'm at their back. Let me see, like that. So you just say, all right, I'm keeping this distance. If they pick up the pace and they start leaving me, then I gotta bring it back. That makes sense. Hard at this angle, but yeah, it helps mentally to not have to worry about that, and you're just going with whoever else dictates the pace. You just zone out, settle in, to worry about your breathing, how you're feeling, instead of kind of looking at your watch, checking your heart rate or mile splits. You just go with the flow. One less thing to worry about. And so we did that. That was good. We did a small core session afterwards. And then we chatted for a bit and came back, and had my roast in the crock pot. It's been in there since 7:15, 7:30 this morning. So that was the other reason I almost didn't go to the run. I just thought, I got in a run. I just want to eat. I love when I have these kind of tacos with the pot roast. It just turns into that shredded beef. It's so good. It's so good. It's my favorite. It's the way my mom used to make it. So it just makes it extra delicious, trying to imitate what she did. But I made that at 8. By the time I got everything done, shredded it, cut up lettuce, tomato, heated up some tortillas in the frying pan. I didn't fry them. I just almost bake them, I guess. Just get them a little crispy. It was 9:30, at least 9:30. So I ate late. I walked the pup late, and then I just got done showering, and it's 11:20. So I'm tired. I'm up later than I probably should be. I might skip the run tomorrow since I did 2 today. Yeah. I feel like I need to give my body some kind of recovery so I don't injure myself in the long run. That's what I'm leaning on. I'm not counting it out, but that's what I'm leaning towards as of right now. Other than that, it was good. It was nice to have the other running group. Not too far of a drive. It was only about 3.5, 4 miles. And then, gosh, there's other things just kind of bother me with, not bother me, but I guess I just found this out. I was on social media, and one of my old friends that I used to play soccer with, just, I don't know how to tell it without saying it. Like, it's not my story to tell, and it's something kind of tragic. But something had happened, totally out of their control, and I don't know. I just had to deal with a car accident, and I don't know if I want to say it, but it's just kind of what things I've been thinking about. It threw me in a different direction today because I even called my dad and talked to him about it. I said, remember so and so? We used to play soccer together. Something had happened. And I kind of gave him more information because he knows him and he was the coach for 3 or 4 years with them. But yeah, I don't know. I feel bad because I brought it up, but I want to at least give enough information, but it's not mine to share because the family's definitely going through something right now because of the car accident. But I guess I have a small connection to car accidents, so it makes me kind of rethink things all over again, right? Just life and doing what makes you happy and being healthy, taking the time to do the things you love and spend it with those that you love and you care about. So I know it's a little bit different, but that's kind of where my head's at. So I'm not completely on the same routine that I am with the regular videos, but I don't know, maybe it just puts in perspective sometimes. Unfortunately, some of these things happen and there's nothing you can do to change it. But I also think that we have to reflect and take better time with the time that we have, whatever that may be, right? Just don't put anything off. Just don't wait to tell that person you love them a day later, or that you tell them that they mean a lot to you. Just tell them when you feel like, hey, you know what, that was really nice of you to do that for me. I appreciate it. That's why I like having you as a good friend, or whatever it is, something like that. Every friend is probably different, right? Because you have short-term, long-term. I guess we just have to be thankful for the ones we have in our life and appreciate them and tell them more why we like having them in our life. It sounds so insignificant, but I think in the long run, you'll be more thankful, or other people will be more thankful all around, like you and them, knowing they mean something to you and that you express that openly. So anyways, different dynamic of conversation, but that was it. I was gonna talk about other stuff I think that kind of came up and just kept repeating in my head to talk about, to mention, I guess. And yeah, I don't know where to go from there. So we'll call it a night there. Pick it up tomorrow. So run your life with health and happiness and have a good night.